Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. I don't know how long the camp's going to take me.
You little...
What?
Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
What the fuck were you doing with his food? He's a war dog. What are you doing with his food?
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me. I once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
What? Can you stop scaring my dog, please, Alistair? Don't listen to Alistair, he's full of rubbish.
Hey!
Oh, look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Oh, come on. It's the thought that counts, he means well.
The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
Well, I can't tell it anything, it's a dog. Still, I don't really want him going and eating a poison or something in her bag. Yeah, it probably is best if you avoid her bags.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
That was a bit unnecessary. Come on, you're going to hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Well, good. Good. He'll fell our enemies with his stench.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
What? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Why not?
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
Oh, he doesn't like bath time. But he has to have it. I'm sorry, doggy. Hey, at least these two get on.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
I wonder why he's not getting plus personality. Oh, he's already maxed out. Okay. Maybe he's found something good. Bernie digs furiously in the ground at your feet. Wonder what's there. What's down there? You trying to find a way down there? It's going to take you a while, whatever you're digging up. Okay, good luck with that. He bounces around, barking excitedly. What have you found then? No, maybe this is the end. Oh, well, that was a waste of time.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
The sister that we imagined in the Fade. I wonder why there's no yes option. Besides, we're going to kill Loghain first. Promise you that.
No, I know that. That's not what I'm talking about. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
Okay. I mean, have you contacted her in Meat Space?
No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
I mean, I don't really see how that's going to help. But, I mean, we've done all sorts of time-wasting shit. I mean, we can always try see her.
Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Okay, Alistair. Might be more of Alistair. Who knows? I'll know.
Something on your mind? Of course.
Yes.
I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
What question?
The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
Oh, that's really interesting. Why do the Canary care about the Blight? Do they opposed to the Darkspawn? I don't know. Actually, I have no idea.
Why do you?
Because it would destroy the world.
Do you think the Kunari live on some other world, then?
No. Did you find the answer to his question?
A portion of it.
When do you have to report back?
Yes.
Yeah, I could have read that better. What are you still doing here? Do you not have to go back and report?
I cannot go home.
Why?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Okay, bye.
As you wish.
That was enlightening. And he fucking disapproves.
I must say that traveling with you has opened my eyes to how wrong some are about the Dalish. You are not at all savage, and I've not seen you snatch away women and children without provocation.
Are you trying to be funny?
Funny? No. People actually do believe such things of you. If my people were more open to interacting with yours, we could do away with such misperceptions.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that easy, is it?
I hear many city folk talk about how wonderful it must be to live simpler lives, close to the earth. They could learn from the Dalish.
We do live close to the earth. What? Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not going to insult her. Even though she insulted me, I'm going to try and raise above that. But even we, not elvish, on our trips around the world, live quite close to the earth.
How marvelous that must be. I have met very few elves, and those that I have met were pledged to the service of Orlesian nobles.
You mean slaves?
They are serfs. There is no slavery in Orlais.
Well, a serf and a slave are the same thing.
Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer lives than humans. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at.
Yeah, great. So they're prized like a possession and a prostitute. Like a prize-winning animal.
No, I did not mean it that way. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry.
Okay, apology accepted.
Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
You alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
Oh, you're pretty sprightly for your age, though.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
What? You only just joined us and now you got a fucking death wish. We still fucking need you. You only just got here.
Oh, no. I'm not the sort of person that leaves things unfinished. I'll see this through, I promise. Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Well, yeah, there's Connor. That's where we're going right now.
Ah, yes, Connor, of course. The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Yeah, but that knowledge also drives you to be cautious.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts. I'm glad about that, because that's what we're going to do.
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured, or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
Yeah, I mean, if Connor retains his humanity, then he's not an abomination, I guess.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Yeah, it's a good point, Wynne.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Ooh, this is not a good story. I mean, basically I got tainted and only joining the Grey Wardens could save me, yeah.
Then you became a Grey Warden out of necessity. But Duncan must also have seen something special in you. The Order does not take in recruits just to save their life. You must be proud to be able to represent your tribe and the Dalish as a Grey Warden.
Yeah, I was honoured to be chosen by Duncan.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. that it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be. I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
Well, right now it's about killing as many Darkspawn as possible.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
What are you trying to get at, Wyn?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men. And you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
Or the European Union, yeah. Yeah, many kings are tyrants.
And the country suffers for it. If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
Yeah, thanks for that, Kriya.
What's on your mind?
Are you feeling any better? You were a bit wounded in the tower, weren't you?
Oh, yes, and thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better today.
Well, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Well, thank you for your kindness, my dear. It certainly warms these rickety old bones. What's on your mind? It is no trouble.
I think that's enough of Wyn. We've spoken to Leliana. Have I sorted this? No, I'm not doing that yet.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Oh, I see. You're an emissary because I've cleared the circle now. Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes. The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
And you're all going to work together?
The sincerity of your cause has drawn them together under a common banner. It would not have happened otherwise.
I await your command.
Just like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Do you think there's anything that can be done for a possessed mage?
'Tis the child abomination you speak of from the haunted castle? If what you seek is to remove the demon from the child without harming the child, there is a way indeed. There is a connection between the child and the demon, one which can be followed to the demon's true form within the Fade. There, the demon can be battled directly. Only a mage may enter the Fade. It requires lyrium and a group of mages to cast the ritual, neither of which we have, yes? And had we those things, it would still fall on one mage alone to defeat the demon. No simple task, but there you have it.
Yeah, I've got that. Give me a break, Morgan.
I await your command.
Okay.
So, Full of questions, are you?
Right, let's do the equipment. I can equip Alistair.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
There's no reason not to buy that. Or that. Or that. And I think that might be Alistair's armour done. No. Why does he not have... Why does he not have a matching set? Should he not have a matching set? Ah, there you go. Item set bonus, matching set. Excellent.
Are you sure I can't interest
Oh
you
yeah, I
in this
should
hat?
probably equip Sten, even though I barely use Sten, because he's just a horrible person. We might be able to level him up, I don't know. Ah, it says Canary on it, you should have a Canary. But then that's better, so you should have that. Does Alistair have a good shield at the moment? Oh, he's got a good shield actually. So I think those two bits can be sold if Wynne and Morrigan both have equipment. Ooh, arm is probably better than constitution, is it? Yeah, we'll go with that for now. That's a very specific war paint of the Warhounds. We'll go for Candice of the Ladies of the Skies, which works against everything. So that can be sold. Ah, I just remembered what these are for. These are for DLCs. I wonder if I can do that yet. I do actually know the answer to that. Oh, they're for mages. I'm probably not going to be using you. I'll be using you. What's that for? You do have some electric. In fact, no, you've got more fire than Morrigan has. I think all of that can now be sold then, because no one else is going to be using a shield, are they? Right, can I level Sten up? We'll find out in a second. Your strength, wasn't it? Not dex. Yeah, strength. Yeah, I put a huge amount of effort into that. Oh, you still can't equip it. That's annoying. This bow is actually pretty good, so I don't want to lose it. So I think I can sell everything apart from one crystal, can't I? I should put those on. Do you have a good sword for Alistair as well?
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along. I'm...
You've got 8. That's no better than what I've got, and what I've got sucks. That sounds good, but I can't afford it. Okay, so the edge, sell it. I'll hold on to that because that's good for my man. Sell all of that. I'll keep 1. Right, done. That's enough of that.
Enchantment?
Yes, enchantment.
Enchantment!
I think this might be a one-way thing. Fire seems a bit shit. Everything seems to be resistant to fire. But at least I've cleared out my inventory a bit.
Enchantment?
Oh, certainly, I could do that for you. Just come with me.
This is all the same stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, so you can just buy these and just give it over and over again by the looks of it. Did I miss a backpack? I must have done. God, there's millions of them. And they all cost 0. Okay, this is obviously some DLC shit, isn't it? Right, I think that's enough inventorying for now. And I've spoken to all of them. Spoken to them. Don't know how long it's been, but I haven't really done anything. Mind you, that might be a good place to leave the episode, mightn't it? Quite doggy. The only thing with it, because this is a very long game, and it's hard to know because some of the conversation options you can have over and over again, it's hard to know which I've done in the LP and which I haven't. It'd be quite nice if they were kind of greyed out, like some of the old LucasArts games used to do, sort of grey out that line of text so you know what you'd asked already. Let me check how long it is first. In the region of about 25 minutes, I think that'll do. Thank you for watching. Come back for the next part of Dragon Age Origins. The Pride Demon. Let me explain what it is to face a Pride Demon, my friends. You may scoff and say that our talents exist only to face mages, but you will encounter demons often. They will be summoned by Maleficar and bound to do his bidding, and while at times they will be forced into the possession of a host, they will also face you in their true form, a powerful opponent indeed. Do not underestimate it. Pride is powerful and intelligent. When we have encountered one in its true form, its most common attacks are bolts of fire and ice. Fire they will use to burn an opponent, and the magical flame will combust anything you wear regardless of make. Ice they will use to freeze an opponent in place. Be cautious, for they enjoy employing this against warriors in particular. More than one group of Templars have made the mistake of attempting to overwhelm a Pride Demon and suffered the consequences, believe me. And if you think that having the aid of other mages will assist you, you are wrong. Pride Demons can render themselves immune to magic for short times, and are adept at dispelling magic that is cast upon you, as much as we Templars are able to disrupt spells. Think on that for a moment, my friends. Be wary of how prideful you become, lest you find too much in common with such a fiend. A rat. What are you, mad? Even the most giant of rats isn't going to present that much of a problem to anyone larger than a cat. Even the stories in the archives that tell of blight-touched rats still only attributed them with the ability to spread the plague. The rats themselves got no larger than perhaps 3 feet in length, covered in sharp bony spikes and boils. Disturbing, certainly, but dangerous? This is no fantasy conjured by madmen, young man. You have much more important creatures to concern yourself with. Transcript of a lecture given by Nalia, Senior Enchanter of Hosberg, A44 Blessed. Note, she was later eaten by a blight rat in 846 Blessed. The Sloth Demon. And I looked at the creature, and it had become me. A veritable copy of my form, of my very mind, stared back at me as if from within a mirror. I thought surely that this was a trick, an illusion meant to put me off guard. But as I engaged the thing with my sword, it fought me with manoeuvres that I recognised. It parried as I parried. It swung as I swung. It spoke to me and said things that only I could know. I think this demon of sloth has no form or identity of its own. It is envy as much as sloth, I believe, and mine was not the first shape it stole that day. An excerpt from a transcribed deposition of Tyrannus, Templar commander of Cumberland, 390 Towers. The most difficult assumption for some who study demons to overcome is the notion that the sloth demon is, in and as of itself, slothful. If that was so, it seems highly unlikely that any such demons would cross the veil into our own world, or once here would fight to possess any creature with a will of its own, and we certainly know both these things not to be the case. Some demons are lazy and complacent, but who knows, perhaps these creatures even cultivate such a reputation. The truth is that demons of sloth are named so because this is the portion of the human psyche that they feed upon. Doubt, apathy, entropy. They seek to spread these things. The sloth demon hides in its forms, a master of shapes and disguises, always in the last place you look. And from its hiding place it spreads its influence. A community afflicted by a demon of sloth could soon become a dilapidated pit where injustices are allowed to pass without comment, and none of the residents could be aware that such a change has even taken place. The sloth demon weakens, tires, tears at the edges of consciousness, and would much rather render its victim helpless than engage in a true conflict. Such creatures are best faced only with a great deal of will, and only with an eye to piercing their many disguises. The Wisp. A great deal is made of the most powerful demons, those that create abominations, and those that have changed the history of Thedas. It is often forgotten that not all demons are such awe-inspiring beings. Some that break through the cracks in the veil into our world are known as wisps, a sliver of a thought that once was. A wisp is a demon that has lost its power. Either it has existed in our world for too long without finding a true host, or it has been destroyed, often, so we've found, by other demons. What remains of its mind clings tightly to the one concept that created it, a hatred of all things living. While its ability to target a living creature is limited, these wisps often mindlessly attack when encountered in the Fade. In the living world, they have often been known to maliciously lure the living into dangerous areas, being mistaken for lanterns or other civilized light sources. This does, however, seem to be the very limit of their cunning. From the journal of former senior enchanter Malleus, once of the Circle of Ravane, declared apostate in 920 Dragon Age.